All right, let's take you live to London now, where we're joined by sports journalist Johnny Gould. Johnny, thank you so much for coming on. As we know, excitement levels are absolutely soaring, not just there, but here in Israel also. Tell me, what is the very latest? Are we seeing or hearing of any big changes ahead of this final?
Sarah, everything seems to be okay. Phil Foden, the England midfielder come striker, rested himself from the final training session, although he's a player who hasn't really figured in the starting 11. And delighted to say that is a clean bill of health for England's footballers as they embark on trying to win this European Championship for the first time ever. As you say, it's been 55 very long years since England contested a final of any kind. Of course, everyone will tell you England won the World Cup, beating West Germany in 1966. I have them crossed like this. I'm not supposed to be biased, but you'll understand I'm not an Italian, am I?
I don't think so. You don't sound Italian. And Johnny, tell me, if England does lift the silverware here, we can expect some pretty wild celebrations, right?
They will put the panda in pandemonium. That's the thing about the English fans. Of course, not only have we failed for generation after generation, and, we've got a very strong Premier League and some very good players, but also we've been locked up for 17 months, and the exuberance began to show itself after the Denmark semi-final win. There was some hijinks. That's probably a generous way of putting some sheen on what was a kind of bit of thuggery, where people were climbing on top of double-decker red England London buses in the aftermath of that win. And I just hope that in the exuberance, we don't break the law and we observe that stiff upper lip that we're famous for around the world, and other such mythology, which will be busted forever when we become the European champions.
Oh, pretty confident there. And tell me, Johnny, you did mention coronavirus. It's been, a lot of caused a lot of pain for a lot of people, a lot of tournaments. Are there any restrictions for the final?
We played the whole of the Premier League season behind closed doors, apart from the last weekend of the season, and the FA Cup final had real fans in it. Even the first stages of the European Championship only had test crowds of 15 or 20,000 at Wembley. And even 60,000, that's not the full capacity at Wembley. It's nearer 87, 90,000. So, it's a full crowd. Wembley Way, the Olympic Way leading down to the stadium is observing no restrictions at all. There is a thing called the Indian variant. There's a Delta virus going on, and hospitalizations are increasing in this country, but not the death rate. And this implication is that the virus has been quelled by the double injection process. Of course, alongside Israel, Britain has been one of the leading, world-leading nations to have its own vaccination program and to roll it out so successfully. I mean, not least for the fact that we make it over here, the Oxford AstraZeneca I'm talking about. So I beg your pardon. Yes, that's right. The Oxford. I say I'm losing my marbles a bit. Sarah, you get me anywhere near a kickoff and I won't be able to cope.
Yeah, and Johnny, it's been extremely popular here in Israel. The beaches have been absolutely packed out, bars have been packed out, and everyone is really eagerly anticipating this mouth-watering matchup set to happen tomorrow night. Good luck to you there, and thank you so much for coming on. We've really appreciated it. Have a good one.